Our story begins in the mysterious continent of Euphalon. Euphalon is home to many landmarks, including the oriental capital of Indigo City, a booming city amongst a magical and technological revolution. To the east is the prestigious Octobonz School, perhaps the finest magical academy in the country, perched upon a karst overlooking an ever-expanding forest. The forest is perhaps the defining feature of Euphalon. It is known around the world as the Mofa Senlin. Sorry about that. The year is 8 AC, after the Cataclysm, on a world known as Olympus Novus. 8 years after the cataclysmic event forever changed the landscape of the world. During the cataclysmic event, all of the planes of existence, including the plane of fire, water, ice, thunder, dark, and light, all merged themselves into the material plane. Monsters and humanoids alike from these planes of existence found themselves strangers in a strange world. Everything on this continent is run by the Onyxian Empire with an iron fist. Life under the Empire is simple. Follow their traditions, bow, respect their elders, allow the men to be dominant as women are subservient. All human and orcs are created equally, and all other races are created lesser. Follow these rules, and the Empire promises you protection and safety among the fear and chaos of the celestial cataclysm. Shortly before the cataclysm, the Onyxian Empire had successfully conquered the entire continent of Euphalon. Today, the residents of Euphalon struggle between a period of technological prosperity and imperial rule. In the great Indigo City, stories are told among the citizens of the Vestiges of Ifrit, a group of adventurers who had sought to stop the Emperor in the Cataclysm and failed 10 years prior. In fact, every tavern on the continent has wanted posters of the members of this organization, further fueling the legends. Our story begins on a late twilight in the tavern near the shady part of town. The new school year is about to begin over at the Octobonz School, and the town is bustling from tourism as families travel to drop off their children to the school. Our story begins at a tavern, the Dancing Pangolin, as it sits among the large pagodas and buildings of the Indigo City, sandwiched between the train station that leads to Octobonz and the industrial sector of the town. Outside the tavern, an elegantly dressed tiefling with a farmer's tan skin, bluish-purple hair, and a scaly black tail approaches. He reads the name of the tavern, confirming that this is indeed the location he was headed to. Tom, can you please introduce your character?
Let's go!
Yeah!
Woo! I don't think any of us bet on Tom being it. All right, first off, sure. Second thing, though, but before I do that, why is the audio coming out of your laptop? If it comes out of your laptop, it can't go through the stream.
This is a weird spot to introduce your character.
Huh. I don't know. You know the answer to that?
Wait, I called it. Something would go wrong.
Bonus points to Mark, please.
Inspiration.
Is it not coming out of my laptop?
No, it's coming out of your laptop. That's the problem.
All right, well, that problem has been fixed.
Has it?
Yes, it's been coming out of my monitor that I just installed and didn't realize had speakers until you just said that.
Cool, because now the backing
Thanks,
music
Charlie.
is actually playing.
Well, let's try that one more time. Tom?
Okay, cool. What would you like me to say about my character?
How about a name?
I'm not a creative human being, and you know this.
Tell us anything you want to tell us about your character. You know.
My character is named Chirai. He is a rogue. He is also a tiefling, which I forget sometimes. Crap, I don't remember anything about him. He was kind of...
I even told you I was going to do this.
Yes, I know. He was thrown into this world because from our last campaign, the Cataclysm kind of just like ripped all the worlds apart and just smushed them back together as one thing. So he's kind of like a stranger in a new world, and he's just think looking for his family or something. He's like basically alone on the streets. So that's why he kind of became a rogue, and that was my idea. Mike, I hate you for this, and let's go to someone else now.
Yo, Skittles is so happy it's not him.
That is Tarai.
Congratulations.
I actually figured out
you
what I was gonna
can't
say.
be worse
Perch.
than that.
Perched
You want
upon
to bet?
Challenge
perched upon
accepted.
Tarai's left shoulder is a
All
green
right.
fox-looking creature with pointed ears, whose furry tail has a four-fingered hand attached to the end of it. The fox stares at the tiefling. Despite sitting on his shoulder, the creature makes no indent on his clothing at all. You should put your hood on, Tarai. It says you're not welcome here. The creature points to the sign that says Garg's not welcome. Tom, as a tiefling, you're aware that Garg is a racial slur, short for gargoyle.
Cool.
The tavern door in front of you opens, and out comes an orc, stumbling drunkenly, clearly drunkenly, in classic Onyxian Empire clothing.
I thought I was gonna say the
Purple,
title.
gold, and black and white fabrics tying his clothes together. The orc stumbles, bumping into Tarai, knocking him to the floor. The orc stares down at you after he's knocked you down, and he sizes Tarai up. The tension is so thick in this moment that it can be cut with a knife. As you fall to the ground, a woman is passing by, dressed in Octobonz professor gear, several feet behind her, or several feet behind you. Jamie, can you please introduce your character?
Sure. I am Gwen Moonfall, a human sorcerer, and I'm on my way to teach my first class at Octobonz until I ran into these dirty goblins and tieflings, I guess.
Damn.
Orcs.
Goblins are dirty,
Orcs.
but there's no goblins here yet.
My bad. Can't tell the difference.
Shots
shade.
fired.
Damn!
So-
This is really
so
bad
Gwen
for
does not
stream
like
filled with
goblins
white
or
people.
orcs. Which we've declared that most people hate goblins. That's
Okay.
but
Just because most people do
an
doesn't
an
mean
orc
you
is
should.
definitely somewhere along their line in life.
Oh, I don't hate orcs.
boy.
That's right.
You
Totally.
oh, so orcs are cool,
Oh,
but this orc
sure.
looks like a goblin, I guess.
Mike, get your wife.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so this is a short orc.
That's one.
It's a short.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
a short.
Yeah.
So this, so the orc is just going to look at Tom as
Fantastic.
Jamie's character Gwen is passing by, and he's gonna say, "Watch where you're going, guard. You don't
Sorry, sir. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, sir. I'm sorry.
you don't belong in this part of town."
I'm sorry. I was
And
gonna
he's-
like sneak off into the back.
Hey! I said you don't belong in this part of town. Now go and get.
Don't I have like an ability for someone to like just like forget me?
I don't know. Do you?
I don't remember.
Well, it's working on you at least.
Yeah. Maybe at a meta level you have it. So
So I'm gonna guess you do have it.
Definitely no. None
No,
of that.
I don't.
Hmm.
Crap.
Disappointment.
All right, fine, sir. I'll leave.
yeah, go on and go get.
I could take Yoko, right? He I could talk to him telepathically, I think, right?
Yes.
All right, cool.
Oh no, when you talk to Yoko, I think it would be you talk in person. You talk out loud, but you can.
Can
whisper
he
to Yoko.
read my mind? Basically.
Yeah, you have to speak it. You can whisper it, but Yoko will definitely hear it, no matter how low you say it.
Cool. This would be like, I just want to tell Yoko, like, as I'm leaving, it's like, see what he's got in his pockets.
Tarai, I don't. Maybe it's not a good idea to steal from him. Are you sure?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So, Tarai has.
I am not stealing. I am leaving. I'm walking out.
He has a point.
now.
And he already has he already sees me leaving.
Now, as an arcane trickster, you work a little bit differently than the normal arcane trickster.
But
you
of course.
you don't have the ability to use a mage hand yourself, but you have the ability to channel Yoko into reality, into the material plane, as long as you are channeling him. And Yoko's tail can be used to grab objects as a mage hand.
Yes.
So you're gonna channel Yoko into existence.
Do other people see it?
No.
Nobody
Yeah.
sees it.
As long as he's concentrating on Yoko, Yoko is in the material plane. But as long as he's not concentrating Yoko into the material plane, Yoko, his pet, will not be in the material plane.
So like, if he's using him as mage hand, like, would someone else? No one else would see that, or
No, they would have to notice Yoko.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and Tom, if you want, you can bring us to the theater of the mind screen here. And so Yoko is going to hop onto the orc's shoulder and give me a roll for sleight of hand. Yoko's rolls will reflect your rolls.
Okay. Got 13.
13. So you're going to check and
Plus-
Yo
Oh, 13 plus 5.
plus
18.
5.
Yeah.
Oh, Yoko is going to like feel this guy's pockets, left, right. He's got a coat on, so he's gonna feel the coat shoulders and the pockets in the front. And Yoko's gonna find 14 buckles.
Ooh.
And you're gonna channel that in. Yoko's gonna grab it and hop back to you, tossing the money into your pocket as you unchannel it. The orc is not going to notice because the orc is completely pissed drunk.
Smart.
But the orc is gonna say, I said go on and get, you fucking garg.
Yes, I'm
And
going.
he's
I'm
gonna
going.
He's gonna throw the beer bottle at you immediately.
Mikey, we have a request for you to take your shirt off from the chat. They didn't send anything, so I wouldn't recommend doing it. But just know it was. Oh wait,
Deny that request.
we got one bit. We got one bit for it. For
One
Mikey
bit?
to take off your shirt. One bit.
No. not
Thank you,
yet.
Charlie.
I've done dresses on this show before, but I think
True story.
shirtless is
Oh,
where I'm gonna
yeah.
draw the line on the first episode.
Yo, Halloween is coming up, so you never know what we're gonna get.
But
Nothing,
So,
because that would have
Tom-
been this stream.
Yeah, you're right. Mikey did it on purpose.
the orc is going to he's gonna toss a beer bottle in your direction.
Cool.
And
Am
I'm
I
gonna do
still
some
around?
damage on that. Yes, they're that's a 2. So he's gonna completely miss you. The bottle's gonna go flying. Let's say he's gonna land right in front of Gwen.
So
Gwen is just walking by, just seeing this happen. You're trying to get to the train at this point because you're ready to teach your first year at Octobonz.
I definitely am, and I just want to say they hired me because I am the most meddlesome teacher that they could possibly hire. So
Meddling seems to be a common trait among Octobonz students and professors.
Mikey,
I love to get in those students' business and tell them what is. So when I see that orc throw that bottle, I whip around and I'm like, "Excuse me, my shoes. Aren't you supposed to be like a pillar of guidance to us here?"
And the orc is just gonna drunkenly say, I'm the pillar of get him. And he's just gonna start slurring his words, and he's going to lean against the building wall.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Mr. Lady. And he's just gonna lean backwards.
Pretty scandalized by his rudeness, and I'm feeling like I'm going to cast prestidigitation and I don't know, distract him
Dollar Wild.
with maybe like just a little like flit of light by his ear so he looks that way.
Alright, give me a roll with advantage.
Oh, with advantage. Okay.
before you roll, Mikey, we have another 100, 69, 100, and then 100 from Charlie and
Mikey,
Eric
take your shirt off.
to take your
2020.
shirt off.
My
Hashtag Mike.
response to that is nice.